In this video, we're going to unpack 2 tips on SEO and 1 remarketing tip. This video is one you can't miss if you want to maximize your online lead generation, increase sales, or leverage your brand. Check it out. Hi, this is Doug Curtis, and making smart buyers smarter is our mission. We make businesses grow with our Making Smart Buyers Smarter marketing solutions. Hopefully these 3 tips will help you fall in love with our strategy too. So make sure to follow us, learn tips, tricks, and strategies to increase your leads, maximize sales, and expand your brand. Digital marketing can be so complex since there are so many things you can do. In this video, I'm going to break down and discuss 3 tips you can focus on. If you dial these in, you're going to be successful digitally. These tips, tricks, and strategies work for both product and service companies. Tip number 1, spend a tremendous amount of time optimizing your product and service pages with regard to SEO and design. What I mean by that is crafting a good product or service page title. Don't just call it something that you would know. Call it something that people are searching for online. Do some keyword research. Figure out what phrases people are using to find your product or service and make that part of your page title. Include that in the description of your product or service. Write a good, thorough description. This is your salesperson, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Your product or service page never calls in sick, works through the weekends and holidays. Every time somebody visits your product or service page, they want your perfect sales pitch. So put time and effort in this. Also, your product or service photography is hugely important. Make sure that your photography is really clean and the page design looks great and professional. If you can do a product or service video, then this can be massively valuable. These videos explain your product or service in more detail. Finally, let's make sure you have trust badges along with other services such as fast shipping, overnight delivery, or your quick response time. All of those things are important. And don't forget to get reviews of your products and services and put those on your pages. You want to have reviews on your product pages or your service pages. Studies show that if you have reviews on your product or service pages, you can increase your conversion rate significantly, up to 400%. Make sure you get reviews. Tip number 2, this is a more advanced item in regard to SEO. It's about adding structured data to your web pages. And there are a couple of types you should focus on. The first is schema markup, and it's becoming an increasingly more important part of web pages. Schema is detailed code on your pages, written specifically for Google's crawler. It outlines exactly what your page is all about, and it isn't seen by humans reading your pages. It helps the search engine get a deeper understanding of your website content and where to list your site in the results when users perform voice or typed in searches. Written well, schema markup can give your e-commerce product pages a Google ranking edge, providing that yours is better than your competitors. Having schema alone does not guarantee page 1 rankings. Sometimes, if you have specific types of schema on your page, that information can show up in the search results as rich snippets. Some examples of this include answer box and other frequently asked questions. These sections appear sometimes when you do a search. Here's a quick tip. If you search Google for schema markup testing tool, it will take you to a testing page. Here you can insert your product page URL. It will tell you if you have the proper schema markup or not. If not, you'll get some warnings and some tips on how to add the correct schema to your site. With this said, if you're using one of the top 3 shopping carts like Shopify, WooCommerce, or BigCommerce, they generally have schema markup integrated, so you can build on what they already provide. Another key type of structured data to add to your pages is called Open Graph. This is data that began originally as a way for Facebook to get some quick details about your business in a manner that was standardized, like a spreadsheet. Things like your business name, address, phone, etc. Now Google and other search engines use that data to identify you as well. As such, it's a good idea to have your own custom open graph data on your pages. Finally, the third most valuable type of structured data you should have on your pages currently is Twitter cards. This information is simply about your business that's reflected on Twitter, but it carries weight with Google and other sites when validating your business and website. As such, it's a best practice you shouldn't ignore. Tip number 3, run dynamic retargeting campaigns to your Google Shopping ad campaigns and to your website traffic visitors who browse 2 or 3 products or service but don't buy. Later, as they're surfing the internet on the Google Display Network, which has thousands of websites online, they're going to see banner ads for your brand actually showing products or services that they looked at on your website. So they are very, very relevant. And these ads stay on top of their mind. And this retargeting kind of nurtures them and wears them down until they are ready to buy. Then they click in and purchase on your website. Also, you can run retargeting ads on Facebook or Instagram. So if someone visits your website and doesn't do anything, that night when they're on Facebook, they'll see an ad for your brand. That will trigger their memory. They'll remember that they got interrupted and didn't have time to put their credit card in. And because they're watching television during the commercial, they'll click on your ad and go back to your site and make a purchase. By doing retargeting in a dynamic way, you're going to bring a lot more sales back to your website. Digital marketing and e-commerce are super intense. We can share more tips in an upcoming video. If you have questions, give us a call or leave a comment or subscribe. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to share the video, please do. If you want, follow us for more tips, tricks, and strategies like this moving forward.